Hello and welcome to this Let's Play video for Skate Tribe, a game on the Atari ST. As you can probably guess from the title, the game is skating themed, and it pretty much involves dodging obstacles with your skateboard on most of the levels. That's more or less all there is to it. This is the first level, and as you'll see in a moment when I start playing, basically all I'll be doing is dodging left and right to avoid the obstacles on the level. The only other thing of note is these little cash notes floating around. You can pick those up. They don't actually do anything. I guess, you know, it's just the satisfaction of picking them up. Can't buy anything in this game. Yeah, so this is actually one of the harder levels in the game. You don't get much sort of notice of the obstacles coming towards you. The game moves quite quickly and they're hard to dodge. As you can probably see though, the collision detection is quite generous. You can sort of brush against an obstacle and not actually hit it, which I've been doing several times already because I'm not playing particularly well today. I'm used to using the music to sort of time my oops daisy movement in this level. The music is always the same, the level's always the same, so they kind of synchronise. I can't actually hear the music at the minute, at least not very well, due to my recording setup. So I survived pretty well, considering, but yeah, not my finest hour. So that was level 1. Level 2 is a bit of a joke, unfortunately. It's not much of a level at all. The music's quite good, but other than that, it's not got much going for it. You'll see in a second. You're supposed to dodge these bombs, but in fact, there's basically one safe spot on the level. And if you sit there, it's where I am at the minute, nothing can hurt you. And if you don't sit there, then either you will keep bumping into obstacles, or you'll get pushed back to the safe spot. There's really no point in even trying to play this level properly. So it's just a matter of sitting there and waiting for the level to end. That's it. Bit boring. Oh well. Some of the others are better than that, unsurprisingly. So straight on to level 3. This is quite an easy level. It's not quite as brain dead as the second one, but it's still pretty straightforward. You're on the suspension bridge with 2 sides, and there are holes in the road on each side, and you've got to flip your board and jump across the middle. That's not actually very difficult. As long as you get a bit of a run up, you can't really go wrong. So yeah, another fairly soporific level, but never mind. Level 4 is better, I swear. So it's pretty much a matter of waiting this one out. Now I think you can actually jump onto one of those walls in the centre, and then you don't get in trouble with the holes, but it's a bit difficult to get the positioning right, and more often than not you just end up losing loads of lives by trying. So yeah, didn't bother with that. This is level 4. These are quite short levels, as you will have noticed. Here we go. This is actually my favourite level. It's still pretty simple, but it's quite fun to play. You've got to jump from one side of the rail track to the other to avoid the damaged rails. These are almost certainly railways in Britain, I would imagine, going by the quality. Yeah, when you jump, you tend to tilt from one side to the other, and you need to stabilise with the direction keys, which I'm not doing very well here. The little icons in the middle show you the angle of your wheels. That's actually all there is to this one. It is very straightforward, but it's quite fun to play. It's not the easiest of levels, and it's over. You'll notice I just went through a couple of the damaged rail sections without dying. When you get to the end of the level, there's like a few moments where you're still visible, but nothing can actually hurt you. Now on to level 5. Right, this one is a little harder than level 3, but still not very tough. These cars follow a very predictable movement pattern. Basically, the spot where you see it disappear at the bottom is where it's going to come out again at the top, so you just got to keep an eye on that, and then you know where to hang around. So actually, I want to stay where oh no, I didn't. Whoops, daisy. Yeah, you can jump as well, so this level really isn't very difficult. But nonetheless, I've just lost a life. Yeah, getting a bit complacent just sitting up here. Right, now I want to be on the other side. Yeah, it's still quite an easy level. Pretty much the only thing when you're actually paying attention that can really go wrong is on the right, you can fall down that pit and lose a life. I mean, you don't actually see yourself fall down, you just lose a life. This game doesn't really have much in the way of effects. Yeah, that level is over. Now we have the strangest level, level 6. This one, it's kind of a shoot 'em up. You have to fly around. Scenery doesn't hurt you in this one because you're flying. And this aeropede thing, that little yellow bee-like thing in the middle, is your enemy. It's the only thing which can hurt you on this level. And you have to shoot these sort of like, I don't know, water bombs or something at it. And that's actually easier said than done. The bombs follow your velocity when you fire them, and that means if you're moving quickly, then they'll move quickly, but if you're moving slowly, they'll just move ridiculously slowly, and you won't get to shoot very many, because you can only have one on the screen at once. So it's pretty much a matter of finding somewhere safe, and then making little forays into the middle as quickly as you can to build up some speed, and then rushing back to safety. Bit of a dull level, actually. Yeah, that was the dodgy collision detection just there. Quite difficult to lose a life in this game, really. Yeah, you can actually just wait it out. If you go and hide in the corner, which is what I'm doing most of the time, as you can probably see, but if you literally just hide in the corner and don't even try to kill the aeropede, the game takes pity on you and ends the level at some point. So that's what just happened there. Now level 7. This is another disappointment of a level, sadly. Just like level 2, there was a safe spot. I think this is to do with the design of the level, basically. The creator of the game probably didn't realise that he'd made the level as wide as he had, and if you go over to the right hand side of the level, as I have done, as far as you can, then the strato snake can't actually hurt you. It just wriggles around on the rest of the level and comes nowhere near you, basically. So that's the easiest way to get through this one, I'm afraid. Pretty dull. Sometimes I do try and play it properly, and inevitably die quite quickly. It's not an easy level when you play it properly, but yeah, why play it properly when you can just cheat? So, it's got nice music, it's got a cool snake moving around. It's kind of interesting the way that they've animated that. I mean, you can sort of see how they've done it. It's pretty straightforward. It doesn't actually look anything like a snake, really, but still pretty cool. Yeah, and that's it for this level. The next one is also quite dull, and then the one after that is the final level. So, very exciting game. You know, we had simple pleasures in these days. I'm assuming this is sort of late 80s. It probably said on the title screen. I've never really paid attention. It's created in STOS, a games creator for the Atari ST, designed to make creating games as easy as possible. It used a basic programming language implementation, and I actually had a copy, but never really created anything in that. I'm quite impressed with what they've done here. You know, it's not amazing, but it's a perfectly playable game. Pretty good music on the whole. The graphics aren't too bad for the era. It's also surprisingly fast, considering it's written in STOS. It had a reputation for being quite slow, the games you create in it. Yeah, as you can see, this level really is quite dull. These bikes appear wherever your board is in front of you, and you just dodge to the side and they can't hurt you. So yeah, very boring level, that one. And this is the final level. This one is a bit like the first level, but in a way quite a lot easier, because you can jump over things, which makes a hell of a difference. And there's also little signs telling you which way to go, which were obviously absent in the first level. So you can't really go wrong at the end of the day. No doubt I will, but I've got enough lives that hopefully I will at least be able to show you the ending. Not that the ending is that exciting, but you know, it'd be a bit disappointing if I don't actually get there. So yeah, so do not go that way. That's sound advice. At the end of that little corridor, there's those walls which will get you. Of course, you could just jump over them. So yeah, you really can't screw up this level. Yeah, you can see the various amusing characters and lumps of dog turd in the background in this level. And these weird, I don't really know what they are, mushrooms or something? I haven't the faintest clue. There's a lot of them, they're quite annoying. More people, random bus stop, oh, more bus stops. Yeah, boring level. Boring game, really, but I liked it when I was a kid. So, that's all done. End of the game. 3 lives left.